Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also tuning in worldwide, thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, 2022 has been a great year for many, including our next guest. We're excited to welcome Shae Nycole to our program. You guys have gotten to know her not only because of music, but also the great things she's been able to do in business as well. We're going to talk to her about the year that's been 2022, what it's been like for her to see the response to singles like Run It Up, but also what she's looking forward to as we're heading into the new year as well. Shae, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Hi, Cyrus. Thank you for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. Look, I saw you on our CBS affiliate here just a couple of months ago, and I said, you know what? We got to get Shae on Conversations Live. And then thanks to Raphael, we were able to set this up. I want to talk about this year for you. You've had a lot going on, Shae, all great stuff. What has it been like for you to see all the hard work paying off this year?
I mean, it's been amazing. It's a blessing to be able to just, when you plant seeds and see them grow. And that has been my vision, and it's starting to come to life. So I'm just grateful for it, and I'm ready to see more coming from there.
Yeah. And you have been one of those people, Shae, I think that people have resonated with for a couple of reasons. One, because of your talent, but also because of your resilience. I mean, you, like others, have gone through challenges over the past few years. What has that been like for you to know that just by your living your life and not giving up, that you've been able to inspire other people?
When I didn't really realize how much I was being an inspiration until, because I was just wanting to pour out music to everyone. But I've always getting people always telling me, keep going, Shae, keep going. You inspire me. Music is my life, and it also inspires me. And it's just to be able to have my voice reach other people. And just what I do in life, all the downfalls, and just come back up. I got this story to where, we on this roller coaster ride and we take these dips and up and downs, but just to be able to inspire people is very motivational to me, and it was just motivating me to keep going. So I know I can't believe how I'm amused to people, and them motivating me back also gives me something to motivate everyone back.
Well, love that. So talking about the music, because that is the way a lot of people have gotten to know you. Shae, I mean, when did you know that was a gift that you had been given?
When I was younger, I said I was going to be the president of the United States of America, and that's what I was going to do. And then my choir director from middle school, she was my choir director from 6th grade all the way until I graduated high school, going into college. And she started giving me these solo parts and just introduced me to Whitney Houston and Lauryn Hill. I grew up in the church, and I'm from Louisiana, so all I would hear was either church, Betty Wright, or Zydeco. And so my mom didn't really let me listen to much but singing in the church. And when she put me on the stage one time, and I was in this huge auditorium and the lights hit me, I don't know, I felt like I was at home. And I was just like, okay, this is where I'm going. I don't think I'm going to be the president and run for politics. I'm going to sing, honey. Let's do that. So I focused in on that and went to school and, just kept going. I can't believe that God is blessing me the way that he is, but it is what it is. I'm going to keep speaking it into existence. So I knew when I hit that stage, those lights hit me and the crowd reacted and they loved my voice. It gave me a feeling that I cannot explain.
Yeah. And now you've been able to literally share that with the world, Shae, and as I mentioned, of course, being able to reach audiences that way, but not just with music. I was saying to you before we went live here, in business as well. Talk to us about that because, well, I think one thing that we talk about a lot on this program, Shae, is that the music business is just that. It's a business. Mm-hmm. Did that kind of help you in kind of deciding other things you wanted to do, realizing the business aspect of everything that you were doing?
I knew I wanted to be a music artist, and I moved from Louisiana to Nashville, and I came here, and when I first started, what really made me go into the business side of it, I'll never forget coming to Nashville as a young woman, meeting producers, and if you, excuse my French, if you ain't got time or something else, then you don't get your time in the studio. If you ain't got time or some cash or the other thing that woman can bring, you won't get that time. And I remember sitting there for days just trying to wait on my time. And I was buying a house at the time. And when I was buying a house, I fell in love with just the whole part of being a real estate agent. So when I drove away from the studio in tears that day going home, I told myself, I said, let's get the business side of this thing together. I said, I won't ever scoop so low to where I got to give up myself to be able to get studio time or to become an artist. So I kind of like took a little step back and I became a real estate agent. And the very first year, I'll never forget just asking, how do you get started? How do you do this? And, I was talking to one of the rookie of the years. How do you get started when I went to one of Keller Williams banquets? They don't want to tell you much. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you. So I'll never forget that year. I grind so hard. I came out of my real estate school, and they were like, it typically takes a new agent 6 months to really get action and get some clients. Coming out of class, I had 4 clients. My first month, I closed 4 homes, and I was going. I was not stopping. I was determined to save my money, to build my money, to build my foundation as a realtor, and I fell in love with it because I love people. And I was in a military town, so I was teaching and educating all of my clients on how to buy a home and not letting them be a transaction. All of them knew that I was working towards being able to be an artist. So when I saved my money, I got my own little label called Muse Music Group because I had to have a foundation for that, to pay for things and to do stuff. And so when I got my coins built up, Cyrus, I went right back to the studio, and I was like, look, I got my money, I got my dime, and they respected me for that. They respected me, and so I was able to go back, get the A-list producers, pay for my time in the studio, get all my music together, and being a businesswoman, coming back to do that really helped me to be respected. And now I got my own label, and I'm still doing real estate, and every home sold is another single from Shae Nycole. So every time I sell a house, it gives me an opportunity to support my family. It gives me an opportunity to help others and to continue supporting my dream as an artist. So I was just definitely blessed to be in the market that I'm in, and so I keep going, moving forward. And I tell any woman, no matter what you got to do, just grind, stay focused, put God first, and let's just do it.
That is it, Shae, and I think that is what people respect you so much. So, of course, the music is how so many people, as I mentioned, have been able to stay connected. Run It Up is a single that people are going crazy for. Did it just feel right for you, Shae, when you first, kind of was putting that song together? Did it just feel like it was something special to it? At first, when I first got the song, it felt a little urban, and then I started changing up the lyrics, and I called one of my great producers from Louisiana, and I told him, I said, it has a bounce feel. It's got a bounce feel because my producer from Philly did it. I said, it's got a bounce feel, but it's time for us to mix all these flavors and make a gumbo. So we all came together. He flew from Philly. We went to Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, and Roy, Chip, Anthony, and Strider came together. He studied the Louisiana sound, and here I was. We were making some gumbo. And when that thing started brewing and that roux started getting real good, I knew it. I said, this is it. We about to run it up. We really wrote the record to where it wasn't about some, when people get money and they just go run it up and it seems like, they just spend all their money. I was like, no, I didn't get a bag and I'm about to fuck it up, excuse my language. I said, no, we're not doing that. We're going to get a bag. I got a bag and I'm about to flip this bag and I'm going to run it up. So every time I got a bag, I flipped it and put it back into music and flipped it and put it back into myself. So that's what my running up was about, was running up business, running up teaching other women to put yourself first and to just put yourself first and run up whatever you have that's going to make you great. Just don't take money and just go waste it. Put it into something that's going to make you great. And when you get to that point, flip a bag and go and buy something for yourself. So to that point, you definitely seem to be, Shae, really enjoying life right now. How does that feel? Because there's so many people, like I mentioned, the past few years have been challenging, and so there's been a lot going on. But the fact that you're able to still smile, again, as I mentioned, that great interview you did on our CBS affiliate here, just seeing that smile of yours and kind of seeing that even in your pictures on Instagram, I think that says so much. What has that been like for you to not allow those dark days to be able to crush you?
I had a conversation with my mother when the hurricane hit. My dad had just passed away. The hurricane hit. Everything fell on me. It was all on top of me. And she told me, she said, you were chosen. Just pray and ask God to help you, give you the strength to take on all of these things because you are the one that has to take on it all. So I always ask God to bless me and to make me stronger physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, vocally, and financially so that I can get up and pull myself up and continue to smile. I love to smile. I love to just shine bright. I have a big energy, and if you can't really, get too close to that energy, it's okay. I'm not going to dim myself down. I'm grateful to be in the space that I'm in. I haven't always been able to smile and truly smile. You know how you put a fake smile on just so no one to know? But I'm in a place in my life right now where it feels amazing. It feels vibrant. I feel like my light is really shining, and I'm grateful for that. And I just want to keep shining and keep smiling and keep putting my music out and inspiring others for them not to give up, because you can't give up. I'm never going to stop until God tells me to. People are like, Shae, you've been putting a lot of work in this. Are you really where you want to be? I say, I'm not where I really want to be, but I'm better than where I was before. And when God tells me that it's a wrap, Shae Nycole, then that's when it's going to be a wrap. And until then, I'm going to keep smiling and keep moving.
There you go. And that's a great reminder for all of us. So I know one of the things that you posted about recently on Instagram, Shae, is missing being out there, missing being out with your fans. What are you looking forward to for 2023?
I am ready to hit the road, hit the flights. I'm ready to hit the stage. The stage is everything to me, Cyrus. I know I can record all the time and I can just do all these things, but being able just to touch the people and be in front of them and really give my voice, that's what I'm looking forward to the most in 2023, also with dropping new music. I'm completing the project. I'm going to complete it. Something I've always wanted to do is get it done and put it out and tell my story and travel doing it. I'm excited about that, and I know it, and I speak it into existence that it's going to happen.
There you go. Again, everyone, Shae Nycole has been our guest. Great conversation with you, Shae. So glad we had a chance to catch up. How can our audience stay connected with you?
You can go to ShaeNycole.com. That is ShaeNycole. Your girl is a woman of many hats. I have a new hat collection that has dropped. Mm-hmm. And every time you see me, sometimes you'll see a hat on my head. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, everything. Just Google Shae Nycole, and she will pop up, baby. I love that name, Shae Nycole. It's such a great brand.
There you go. It is that. Well, look, congratulations again. I really appreciate you and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you for your time. I enjoyed you.
Thank you for yours. For sure. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's go make today amazing. Take care.